still struggling. If he was my professor in real life, I mean, damn. The romance, the yearning. I am determined to read 60 books in 2025. 60 books might not sound like a lot for some people, I get it, but for me, I think there are going to be plenty if I manage to read 60 books. I ended up reading 62 books in 2025. This is the highest number of books I have ever read in my life within a year. So I thought, why not try to do it a second year in a row? Honestly, at first I had set 50 books as my Goodreads goal, but then I said, why not push myself to its limits and try to read 60 books? Now, keep in mind that I have two jobs. I work as a dentist's assistant, and then I also work as a freelance video editor. These two jobs take plenty of hours, a lot of hours. Most hours of my days are spent doing these two jobs. Plus, I also have this YouTube channel that I love so much, and I pour so many hours and so much work into it. But I want to say that my YouTube channel is my hobby. YouTube and reading, they are my hobbies. Even though YouTube is also a source of income for me, I just want to keep it as my hobby. Also, if you're new to my channel, I live in Greece, I am Greek, but I read in English. And I think that that affects the speed of my reading. I think that if I was reading only in Greek, I would read way faster. So with keeping all these in mind, I think that 60 books is a good goal. I have set this goal for myself just for fun. Honestly, I'm not stressing out. If I don't reach this goal, it's going to be fine. So for today's video, I will try to read as many books as I can to start this year strong, reading wise. I'm planning on filming the next few days or the next week, a couple of weeks of my reading, and let's see how many books I will end up reading. So far, I have only finished one book for 2025. It was Once Upon a Broken Heart. It was a disappointment. I didn't enjoy it. So I'm ready for some good reads. I'm ready for some good books. I want to have a good time. I want to giggle. I want to kick my feet. I want to laugh. I want to cry. I just want to transport to different places. The past few days, weeks, the past little while, I have been reading two books, one on my Kindle and one physical book. The first book that I have been reading is Crooked Kingdom. Now, I was a huge fan of Six of Crows. I loved it. I have given it 5 stars. At the start, I was enjoying Crooked Kingdom as well. But now I have been feeling lately that I have been reading this book for a while and that I'm not making progress. I have been sitting down, reading 5 pages, and I feel like I want to stop. Sitting down, reading 10 pages, and I want to stop. It is not bad. I want to say that. I'm still enjoying the story, but I feel like I cannot really just sit down and fly through it. You know, just sit down and read plenty of pages at once. So my goal is to finish this book and start another one. And also my other goal is to finish the book that I have been reading also for the past few days, which is called Meet Me at the Metro. I had mentioned both of these books actually in my last reading vlog. So obviously I'm still reading them. So my priority now is to finish these two and just find another book to read. I think that most people are familiar with Crooked Kingdom, but I don't think that anyone pretty much is familiar with Meet Me at the Metro. This is a college romance. I picked it up because I was feeling like I wanted a fluffy little romance. So far, I don't know if I would call this fluffy. I mean, it's not that intense, but still, I don't think that it is super fluffy. And also, I don't think that I am the right audience for a college romance. But you know what? It is my fault. I chose to read this book without reading the synopsis, and now I am stuck with a college romance about students who go in this art school. They sing, they dance, they play music, they act. I feel like I would love this type of book when I was a teenager because I was really into art. I was playing the guitar, I was singing, I wanted to become an actress. I was really into movies and books that were focusing on art and being an artist and trying to follow your dreams and all this stuff. So we're starting strong with these two books. I will try to finish them. You know the drill. I will go ahead and make a little cup of tea and we will sit down and we will continue reading both of these books. I think firstly we will start with Crooked Kingdom and then we will switch over to Meet Me at the Metro. So welcome to this video. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and let's read. Who would like to see a random tea haul? You do? Well, that makes me very happy because I got new teas today and I would love to show them to you. I don't know about you guys, but I love going into the tea store and looking at all the teas, looking at all the labels and choosing new teas. I am just a tea lover. What can I say? I love coffee too. I really do, but I just don't drink it every single day. And it's also pretty late. It is 3:30. Yeah, it's almost 3:30 p.m. so I'm not having a coffee. I will have some tea. So the first tea that I got today is a very regular, dangular chamomile tea. You can never go wrong with a good chamomile tea, herbal tea, caffeine-free. I normally have chamomile tea before bed or when I'm feeling unwell with a little bit of honey or even with no honey. Then I also got my go-to green tea, which is called gunpowder green tea. That's pretty much always the tea that I drink. If I'm having green tea, it's probably this gunpowder one. And then I am the most excited about the third tea that I chose today, which is actually white tea with orange and ginger. This is the first time that I will try this. I have never tried it before. And I don't even know if I have ever tried white tea before. So this is the tea that I will make now. White tea with orange and ginger. And I also got these little filters that I also use to put my tea inside. So I'm very excited. Let's try our new tea.
You're saying I'm here now. Love me like there ain't another day. We got the hiding it the only way. Keep thinking about how much we changed today. I really think you have it said, 'cause you've been forcing all these hard. I'll be your mermaid, caught on your rod. Break from these chains, rise and
Okay, time for a taste test. Let's see if it is any good. I think I should have left the leaves a bit longer because I feel like it doesn't have that strong of a taste, but it's pretty good. It will keep me warm and cozy because it is a cold, gloomy day, so it just feels perfect holding a warm cup of tea. Alright, so enough procrastinating. Time to continue reading. Will I finish Crooked Kingdom today? I don't think so. But hopefully tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, we will see. But let's just rip the bandage, okay? I will just sit down, open my book, and try to make as much progress as I can. Alright friends, I am back from work. If I look tired, it's because I am indeed tired. It was an easier day at work because we didn't have any patients. I was just making phone calls and arranging appointments, but I feel tired nonetheless. But I have a good few reading updates. First things first, I finished Meet Me at the Metro. Now, I'm not really sure about Meet Me at the Metro, but I gave it 2.75 stars. I feel like it was not for me. Even though a college romance, I don't know, it could have been cute, but it was not the fluffy romance that I was looking for. It was definitely on the heavier side. I feel like a lot of things happened in that book, and also especially towards the end, some things just didn't make sense to me. They were out of the blue, a bit shocking, but I was just not into the story nor the characters. So 2.75 stars is my rating. And it was definitely not the type of romance that I was looking for. I think that I was looking something more like Abby Jimenez's style. When it comes to Crooked Kingdom, still haven't finished it. Still struggling. I'm on the struggle bus with Crooked Kingdom. I don't know why. I also feel lost at some points. I cannot remember who is who. And I don't talk about the main characters. Obviously I know the main characters. But some other characters appear and I'm like, who is that person now again. Or a place is being mentioned and I'm like, what is this place again? I don't know why. In Six of Crows I was not feeling that lost, but with this one, and I feel like Kaz's and Inez's chapters are my favorites. Not that I don't like the rest of the characters, I really do, but I feel like Kaz and Inez are my top two favorite characters in this story. I'm pushing through. I only have a little bit left, even though the font is so tiny, guys. Come on, the font is tiny. That's why it's taking me forever to finish. Or maybe that's not why it's taking me forever to finish. Maybe it's just my mood. But I have a very exciting reading update. I am very excited about the other book that I have started reading, and I'm having a really good time with it. So I started reading a book that I feel like more and more people are talking about it lately. I started Nocticadia, and I was like, what is the hype? I wanna know. I really wanna know. So this book is being advertised as a dark academia gothic book, but I definitely feel like we have horror elements to it. Now, if you know me, I don't read horror, I don't read thrillers, I don't read things that are very scary. Now this book, I wouldn't necessarily say that it is super scary, but it is kind of disturbing and creepy so far. We also have romance, I forgot to mention that. We will have romance at some point. At the point that I'm at, the romance is nowhere to be seen, but we have been introduced to our love interest. And I feel like I'm gonna like our love interest. So if you have no clue about Nocticadia, we are following Lilia. She has lost her mom to a strange illness, a strange disease. Now this disease, that illness, disgusting, creepy. We have worms in the house. We have worms in the building. So if you are the type of person who gets disgusted over insects and worms and creepy descriptions, maybe this book won't be for you. But I'm pushing through. Some parts are definitely disturbing me and some descriptions are a bit icky, but I'm still having a really good time with the book. Lilia is going to enroll to university, and the whole atmosphere, the gothic atmosphere of the university is very beautiful. And in this university, it is called Dracadia, I think, university. She will try to learn more about the illness that her mom had. And in that university is where our main love interest is, our main guy. His name is, check because I don't remember. His name is Devrick or Professor Death. The students call him Professor Death. He wears black clothes. When I was studying, my professors definitely didn't look like that. And maybe that is better, because how would you concentrate if your professor looks like that? I mean, damn. And we obviously gonna have a student-teacher scandalous relationship. Here's the college romance that I was looking for. I am currently 30% into the book. I'm about to start chapter 25. The start, I want to say, of this book has been a bit slow. It is very heavy on the science aspect of things, but I'm still very much interested and intrigued, and I haven't felt bored like at all. That is the update for now. I'm gonna have some lunch and then I'll probably make a tea and rest, relax, and continue reading. I am officially in winding down mode, and I'm sitting here reading Nocticadia, and some really questionable things are happening. Lilia, girl, if I was your friend, I would advise you otherwise. What is she doing? I just read something really weird, but I wish Lilia was my friend so I could help her, but she's not, and she's going through a hard time. You know, her life is tough. She needs help. She doesn't have it. Honestly, I feel for her. I'm sorry that she has to go through what she's going through. She's just a poor girl among all those rich kids in this university, and I just feel for her. You know, it's not easy being the outcast. Okay, Devrick, our main guy, he's morally gray. He's morally gray. Really deep, dark gray. And I think that he's low-key insane. I mean, he has been through a lot as well, but I feel like he is low-key insane. I like him. I like him if he was my professor in real life, or if he was a person that I knew in real life. I think that I would be freaked out and I wouldn't go close, you know? But he is a book character, so he's a kind of, you know, I like him as a book character. In real life, I think that I would be running in the other direction.
I'll let you go, just need some time. pace, you need to find your way. I know now you'll never change your mind for something that matters to me. You do not know what I have in mind. I packed our bags, we'll be on our way. The night was long as I waited without a sign. As I know what matters to you. But what do you want? What's your biggest need? Every hour we spend together, then suddenly the chances are small, just like the lottery. It's been 72 weeks in this town. I still believe I'll see you again. No matter what, I got off the ground for something that matters to me. But what do you want? What's your biggest need? Every hour we spend together, then suddenly the chances are small, just like the lottery. I just hope we could stay together. We wait and see, but the chances are small, just like the lottery.
Alright, so I have a good few reading updates. We need to talk. Also, don't mind the beanie. I just came back from work. It is such a cold day. It is raining. Also, I need to wash my hair. It's whatever. So, first of all, I finished Crooked Kingdom. I am sad to say that I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Six of Crows. And I really cannot pinpoint what threw me off from Crooked Kingdom. It's not a bad book, but I feel like I was not as invested as I was in Six of Crows. And we are talking about the same characters, the continuation of the plot of the storyline, and I don't know why I was feeling a bit disconnected and like I could not sit down and read plenty of pages at once. And that is crazy to me, how much I loved Six of Crows. It was 5 stars, and how much I didn't enjoy Crooked Kingdom. It's not a bad book. It's not that it is a bad book. It's just that I felt disconnected. Reading update number 2, I finished Nocticadia. Somebody called the authorities. The professor is out of control. I hope I didn't mention in any part of this vlog that I had a crush on Devrick, on the professor. I mean, damn. He's a kind of, you know, I like him. And I feel like I'm gonna like our love interest. The guy is a straight up psycho. I am scared. I get it. Some characters, you know, gotta fight and kill people, especially in fantasy books that I read. But Devrick, what he was doing, I mean, I get it, but still, because it is supposed to take place, the book, the story is supposed to take place in real life, it just gave me the creeps. I'm creeped out. But with all that being said, I gave the book 5 stars because I ate it up. The plot, the virus, illness with the worms, and the whole science aspect of things, I freaking loved it. So good. I loved the whole atmosphere. It was kind of creepy and eerie, and of course gothic. The dark academia vibes were immaculate. The horror elements were heavy as well. This book also gave me the creeps in general, and I feel like I should step away from horror and not read horror again, even though I did read another book that was heavy on the horror elements, and I will talk about it in a second. But overall, I loved the book. What I didn't enjoy that much was the romance. romance. I just could not look away from the fact that he is a professor and he's 33 years old and she's a student and she's only 20, 21. I don't know. I feel like the age gap is kind of big. Maybe for some people it is not. For me, it is. Overall, I highly recommend the book. I loved it. It's just that I didn't love the romance. I loved everything else. And now the other book that I read, which is the novella of Nocticadia, which is called Phobia. That's the book that also has some horror elements to it. Now this book follows Lilia's sister at her school, and Lilia's sister is only 18 years old. I'm not gonna say who the love interest main guy of this little novella is because it's gonna be a spoiler. B, as I mentioned, B is Lilia's sister, is only 18 years old and she is looking some type of way one of her teachers, and the teacher is 30 plus as well. And we don't really necessarily have spice in that little novella, but we have like a push and pull little situation there and a kiss. Girls, if any of you are 18, 19, I'm not even talking about minors here, okay? If you are underage, if you are a minor, it's a given that you're not gonna look at a guy who is that much older than you, okay? This is my big sister advice to you. If you are 18, 19, 20, 21, and a guy who is in his 30s and he's 30 plus is looking at you some type of way, he's sliding into your DMs, he's saying that you are too mature for your age, and he feels a connection, run like a maniac. The guy has issues. This is my personal opinion here. I don't want to offend anyone, but what the hell is a guy who is 30 plus years old gotta do with a girl who is 18 years old? What are you gonna talk about? Where is the connection? And now I am currently reading, have just started a book on my Kindle, and the book is called Scattered Bones. It is by the author Nicole Schirano. This is the cover of the book. So far I am intrigued. I think that this book has to do with this girl. Is she called Shayla? But she is, I think, trying to gather her lover's bones because he was, I guess, brutally murdered. This is a fantasy book, not real life. Hello? I mean, if that was real life, that would be crazy. And I think that a creature, a man called the Stranger, she's calling him Stranger, is helping her, but that stranger guy is speaking to her mind. I don't know what's up with that. I just started it. I'm not really sure what's going on. We also have gods in the book. Of course, we always gotta have some type of gods that are bad and mean and they are torturing our people, but I'm really not sure where this is going. This is a very short book. I think it's only 200 plus something pages, and it is a standalone. This book, I was dying to turn on the camera to talk to you about it because I finished it, and this is hands down 5 stars. Where do I even start? This is part of Kindle Unlimited, first plus. Secondly, it is a standalone. I don't know if that is a plus, because if this was like a trilogy or a series with more details, more politics, more characters, more side characters, I would inhale it. The plot is so good. The writing is beautiful. It is less than 300 pages, and this is criminally underrated. More people should read it. I don't know why this book is not more popular, but the romance, the yearning, I will tell you this, they are not even allowed to touch each other. You best believe I love that. These are the rules, but we all know that rules will be broken. So at the previous clip that I was trying to explain what this book was all about, I was doing an awful job, but now I know. So we have Selah, our FMC. She is trying to gather her husband's bones. Her husband was murdered. They cut his body in pieces and they scattered his bones around this world that the book takes place in. And now we are following Selah, how she's trying through some really hard and difficult quests to gather her husband's bones because a man, a creature called the Stranger, has promised her that if she does gather Kate's bones, he's going to bring him back to life. So Shayla is like, can I trust this man? Will he give me my husband back? And also the book has then and now chapters. It goes back and forth in time. It shows us how Sayla used to live and how she used to be, which is completely different to the woman she has become today, to the woman who is now trying to gather her husband's bones. The writing was fantastic. I loved it. I'm not an English native speaker, but everything was so clear and so beautifully written. I have highlighted so many quotes. I would like to read some of them to you. So this is an example of the writing. He threw his head back and laughed, and I wanted to live inside that sound. I hoped it followed me all the days of my life. Then listen to this. He smiled wide, his scar stretching, and the expression ruined my world only to rebuild it brighter. I'm filled with broken and jagged edges, but your softness and warmth fit perfectly between those sharp pieces. You make me whole. This isn't love. Love is too simple a word for what I feel. The world could end, ages could pass, the gods could die, and I would still adore you. You've been braided so deeply into my heart that I no longer exist without you. You get the idea. This book is full of these type of quotes. The writing is beautiful. I just want this author to write more fantasy books so I can read them. That's all I have to say. This book was really, really, really good. Also, you know, when you love a book but it's not that popular and you cannot find fan art for it, how disappointing. But thankfully we have them on the cover. And by the way, I find this cover so beautiful. So this is the last reading update for this vlog. How many books did I read? So I read Cricket Kingdom, I read Nocticadia, Phobia, and The Scattered Bones. I will have all of the books on the screen one last time with my ratings, as well as my Goodreads challenge, Goodreads goal update. I think I've read 6 books so far for this year. And that brings us to the end of this reading vlog, my friends. I truly hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have read any of these books, if you're planning on reading them, what you're currently reading. Just give me all the book updates down in the comments. I love reading them. Thank you all so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends!